I'm Jared.
I'm Marcus.
And this is the 100th episode of Level With Us. Hello.
Woo!
Yay!
Celebrations!
Wow.
Cheer along with us. I don't care where you're listening. Cheer out loud.
Yes. In the car, in the library, wherever you're at. It's
Let
time
it be
for
known.
celebration.
That's
Marcus,
right.
have you done anything 100 times in your life?
Never. Nothing. Not once.
Not even, like, eating?
Never. Nothing. Not
That's
once.
incredible. Wow. I certainly have not accomplished anything in this amount of time. I will say that. I've had projects, but I've never worked on them for as long as we've done this podcast. So thank you for helping me with that. It was so cool a few years ago to be like, let's do a podcast. Let's do it like a book club. We'll do it every week. And we did every week for a year, which is crazy to think now. Just so grateful.
Yeah, I think we're allowed to be proud and congratulate ourselves on this momentous occasion. Yeah, I'm really proud that we did this, and it's been awesome to interact with people with the podcast and get to play games that maybe we wouldn't have gotten access to. It's been really cool.
That's certainly been a highlight, is becoming an indie game review show of sorts, getting review codes for things. It's also been really cool, like you said, interactions with people. We have, people that have guested on the podcast that I have personally really admire as creators. That being said, it has been a while. It's been a few months, I think.
That's right.
Since the last time we recorded. I feel like a lot has happened in that span of time. You've moved. I think both of us have started a new job.
Right.
A new Nintendo console came out.
That is the most important thing, yes.
I think out of those things for sure. Nintendo Switch 2. Do you think you'll get one at some point, by the way?
I think so. I think eventually. Like, I was looking at maybe getting it right when it came out, and then there was just too much going on. I wouldn't have been able to really get as much out of it. So maybe in a couple of months, but of course you have it. I would love to hear your general thoughts now that you've had a little time to get to know it.
Sure. I mean, you and I have never been early adopters. I mean, growing up, we were always like a console behind, I feel like, what was current. Which is good. I mean, nothing wrong with that. There's, it's nice to wait for a discount. But this is the first time I'm like, I want to do it. I want to jump in day one. Have the full experience of waiting in line for 2 hours, which wasn't actually that great, but it was good to finally get our hands on it. I will say, obviously this is a follow-up to the Switch 1. Because of that, because it's a direct, numbered sequel of sorts, it does make the differences stand out more, if that makes sense.
Sure.
Because, your expectations are already, it's the Switch, but better, which is true. It runs better, The UI feels a little different. It's a little snappier. I'd say, like, overall, Mariah and I have been thrilled at the load times. Like, there are certain games like Animal Crossing and Spiritfarer and even Smash Bros. That just take forever to load on the Switch 1. And I don't know if it's because our Switch is getting older or if they've just updated the game so many times that it's starting to chug. I don't know what it is, but games would take forever and a day to load, and now it's super quick on the Switch 2, and that's not even like an advertised feature of the Switch 2. It's just, oh, wow, I feel the difference. I'm able to jump in right away.
Yeah, that's awesome.
So, like, if I had a star piece for the console, it'd be load times.
Nice. But it sounds like since you kind of expected or thought of it as, a Switch but better, that has highlighted more the things that are different about the... Well, what are some other differences? What are some other things that are either well-known or not so well-known that feel different about it?
Yeah, the screen is bigger, and I didn't really notice until I went back to the Switch 1, and I'm like, oh, yeah, I kind of missed this. That's a big difference. I think the feel is different. The plastic is softer. Like, the Pro controller feels really, really nice to hold. The sticks glide better. The sticks on the Joy-Cons feel way smoother now. I mean, it's not night and day, but like it feels more premium. It feels heavier. It feels like more of a big product. And then also there's mouse controls, of course, which I don't really have a lot of games that use them. But I've, messed around with it a little bit. And if I had a quick job for the system, it's that I can't find a comfortable position to do mouse mode,
That's what I was wondering about.
Yeah, that quick job might be more for the couches we own, actually. Because like they're really old and you kind of sink into them, and I try using the cushion or on my lap or awkwardly, uncomfortably leaning forward onto the ottoman to use it, and it's just whatever. I'll try Metroid Prime 4 with the mouse mode when it comes out, and then I'll probably stick with the controller after trying it. So nothing huge, but I like that it's there. I mean, I really like that. It means PC games have a home on console now. It's fun to mess around with for sure, but yeah, it's fine. It's not really a game changer or anything.
Yeah,
but,
I mean, I imagine other people probably have similar experiences since it's primarily a TV console. So I don't suppose many people have a desk space right in front of them when they're used to playing their Nintendo console. So
right, and in handheld, I never put it on the tabletop. So like, mouse mode doesn't really help in handheld either. But again, it's not like it's a needed feature for the system for any of the games. And that's the reason we got this. We got the Switch 2 for the new Nintendo exclusive games for Switch 2. Like, that's the only reason I've ever been interested in any Nintendo consoles, the new games. So Mario Kart World is great, it's fun. But the reason I bought the system was for Donkey Kong Bonanza. And I just beat it yesterday. And
Congrats.
It's fantastic. Phenomenal. No one makes a 3D platformer like Nintendo. So you got to try it for a little bit. Do you have any early impressions?
I'm much more interested to hear what you think about it. I, have played a little, watched a little. It seems like it's very fun to smash stuff. But I'm curious about like the moment-to-moment gameplay. Does it feel like it is primarily about platforming, or is it puzzles, or is it a mix of both like you would see in Mario? I guess Mario's mostly a platformer, and anyway.
It's so unique in that I've played games with voxel destruction mechanics, but I've never played a 3D platformer with it. And I know that I had this what I'll call a hot take YouTuber voice in the back of my head being like, it's not that good, you can destroy everything, where's the level design? But the truth is, like, there is level design. Like, it's just different. It's approached differently. So yes, it is really fun to smash everything, and you can level an entire level if you want. It's going to take you hours, but you can do it. And it feels really good. But I'd say the moment-to-moment gameplay is like figuring out, okay, how do I get there? Because even though you can climb most surfaces, the whole game you're just trying to go lower and lower, right? Sometimes you're digging, but sometimes you're just trying to figure out, how do I cross that chasm, or how do I get these, collectibles in order to open up a sinkhole to go to the next layer, sub-layer. And that becomes really addicting, because not only are you mining for treasure and there's a million collectibles and fossils and gold to collect, which is, always feels good, but you're also like, there's actual, very clever design in this game where you don't know all right away, how do I get somewhere without using a specific mechanic or ability or understanding how the world works. I'd say it's like Breath of the Wild, which everything gets compared to Breath of the Wild these days, but like they really did think through, like, what does this surface do when it interacts with this surface? And then they make puzzles around that. Like, there's certain surfaces, obviously lava, you can't cross it, you need ice to get over it, but then, the ice melts, so it's limited, right? There's certain things, there's like this icky goo that dissolves with salt, so you have to go find salt. But salt is a soft material. It's very easy to break it. Things like that, like where durability is different, interactions are different, and they just keep coming up with new stuff. They just keep coming every new level. I'm like, whoa, there's another thing, yes, there's destruction, but they think of new ways to, like, well, what if you break this surface and it affects this other surface on the other side of the level when you do it? Just really, really clever mechanics. Like, this is very clearly the same developers who worked on, the Galaxy games and Mario Odyssey.
Mm-hmm.
They really thought it through, and it's really unique. And that's the thing. It doesn't replace a typical Mario 3D platformer. It does its own thing, and we get to have both, so we win. It doesn't matter what type is better. It's just this is this is a really fun, cool. I really like it. Oh, and I will say one last thing is that I don't know if this was in response to criticism about there being too many moons in Odyssey or whatever, but there's like 1,000 bananas in this game, but they all fuel a skill tree. So every single time you get one, you're actually excited.
Ooh.
Because every 5 of them you get, you unlock new skills. And so that, like, you're like, yes, give me all. I'm going to be as thorough as possible. It feels good. It's not pointless at all. I think that was the smartest decision they made, was because it's overwhelming how much collectibles there are. But
sure,
once you're in one of the sandboxes and you're just free to go wherever, it's like, okay, I want to find everything right now to make myself stronger. So yeah, really fun game. I absolutely recommend it. You should play it eventually, whenever you get the Switch 2. Definitely,
Absolutely.
Probably might be my game of the year, but I think Mina the Hollower could easily take over that slot. We'll just have to see.
Sure. Yeah, I mean, everything you've said definitely makes me more excited to really dive into it. It sounds great. Do you have any quick jabs at it? Anything that you wish was different?
I guess like some of the early boss fights felt really trivial because they give you abilities super early on that let you wreak havoc to an extreme degree, and I absolutely destroyed the bosses in a few hits. Like that was like, whoa. But the difficulty absolutely ramps up by the end of the game. So, and certain levels, like I never look forward to ice levels. I didn't love the ice level in this game, but that's just a me thing with all video games, right? It's kind of like, there's some, it's weird. It kind of feels like Zelda dungeons, because like one of the areas you're trying to lower the water level or raise the water level in order to access new things. The ice level, you're trying to funnel like ice into lava to clear a path, and vice versa. And then, each one kind of is its own sort of dungeony, sandboxy area. And I definitely liked some more than others, but I'd say the same thing about pretty much all Zelda dungeons in a game I'd rate a perfect 10 out of 10, right?
Right.
I think it's fun. It's just fun and unique and different, and it's nice that, I loved Astrobot last year, but like this, in terms of originality, this feels like nothing I've ever played, and I really appreciate it for that. So
awesome.
So it's fun. It's fun. And it's fun to talk games with you again. But I heard you prepared something for me in our little celebration here to commemorate our 100 episodes.
That's right. To commemorate 100 episodes, to look back on an awful lot of games that we've looked at, I wanted to do a Name That Tune for you, built out of the games that we have reviewed on this show or talked about on this show.
Awesome.
And you've done several Name That Tunes for me over the years, mostly looking back on years and doing those Name That Tune challenges that were based on releases that year. I'll say right out of the gate that I don't think I was mean enough with this Name That Tune. I remember with some amount of annoyance how tricky some of those ones were that you put me through. And I'm looking over my list and I'm thinking, I could have been meaner. I could have made Jarrett squirm for the 100th episode. That would have been a better celebration. But alas, who knows? Maybe it will be tough, but
maybe it will.
I'm at least anticipating you to get quite a bit of these, because all of these are games that we have experienced and talked about together.
Now, does that include other Name That Tune episodes, or is it just games specifically that we played and talked about?
Games specifically that we played or talked about that, like, we have an episode of our show that has the name of this game in its title.
In the title. Okay, cool. Well, I won't pull up an episode list.
Oh, yes. Good. Yeah, no cheating. And there are a couple of wild cards that I'll probably let you know when we're about to do a wild card. Those can be from anywhere.
Okay. Awesome. Yeah, I'm excited. This sounds like a lot of fun, and I certainly have tortured you enough over the years, so it's about time.
Excellent. All right, Jared, it is time. Let's get started.
All right. I really dig this. Oh my gosh. You know, I have no idea what this is, but it's giving me Twooey vibes, and that was the first game we covered. So I'm just gonna throw out Neo, The World Ends With You.
That is correct. I thought I'd start our first Name That Tune with the first game that we covered. We did 3 episodes on. Kicked us off.
Wow.
This is called Act the Fool.
This is awesome. I wish the game had more of this and less Screamo music in it, but I think I've shared that before.
Well, I don't think it's Screamo. I think it's more like hard rock.
Hard rock, yeah.
Yeah.
Not Screamo specifically, but there's a lot of, Anyway, this is the stuff that makes me think of classic Twooey, just DJ beats and synths.
Yeah.
Cool stuff.
Yeah, honestly, I think I don't want to say I've soured on the soundtrack of Twooey, but I haven't gone back to it nearly as much as I've gone back to other games. I don't think it's as aged as well for me personally, even though I think it is very true to the vibe that it's going for and does it very well when you're playing the game.
They did for a sequel, they did a lot of things right. I do wish they did things a little more different though in some ways, which is so weird.
Yeah.
But just made it more memorable on its own and not just an appendage to the original, which is still really, really great.
Sure. All right, next one.
Is this Toem?
This is Toem. Yet again, another early one, or fairly early, right? This was one of the...
It was relatively early. It's also one of my favorite episodes we've done. It was such a lovely, cozy little game. It was really fun to discuss it. It was fun for you to bring an inspired music track you wrote. And I need to go back and listen to this soundtrack because I kind of forgot how vibey it is.
I actually listen to this fairly frequently at work. It's one of my... not every track on it hits, but it's very zen. I like it quite a bit.
And you met the composer, or one of the composers, right?
That absolutely caps off. I mean, the reason that this sticks in my head is because I randomly met the composer at GDC just around a campfire on a beach. It was so cool. And to be able to say, oh, not only did we play this game, I reviewed this game, and I made a little track that was inspired by your music. So it was really cool.
So cool. Great pick. This is so lovely.
Moving on. Here's the next one.
I'm struggling on this one. I'm going to wait just a few more seconds. Well, I really, really like it.
I do too.
You're picking all music I really like.
I will say this is another soundtrack that I frequently go to listening at work if I'm in between tasks and just want to listen to something calming. Oh, yeah.
Oh, my gosh. Just searching my memory banks. Can I ask, I don't know if this is a hint or not, is this a game, or no, here, I'll make this a general question. Are there songs on this list of games you did not play, but I did cover with a co-host, with a guest co-host?
It is possible that those are on this list, yes.
Okay. I think I'm just gonna jump way into the future of Level With Us and ask, is this from the Davey Redding game that we just covered? Wanderstop.
Wanderstop, you got there? It is. I did play this game, so I thought you were going to get it wrong because of that question.
Well, we covered another cozy game called Ooblets on the show.
I thought you were about to guess Ooblets.
Louise. I almost did. I was about to until Just man, again, really, really great choice. Need to go back and listen to that.
Some of the songs are so peaceful, they make me want to cry in a weird way. I think that this is an outstanding soundtrack.
Have you finished that game?
I have not, but I finished the soundtrack. I think I should. But yeah, let's move on to our next one.
This one makes me want to cry too.
As it should. It's one of those things where I'm like, it's going to kick in, isn't it? The melody's going to kick in, and then I'll know. Is that what you were looking for?
Yes, but not what I expected.
I wouldn't call that a recognizable melody. I would call it awesome. I would say it's baller.
Okay, I'm hearing a choir. So I'm going to pull a Marcus here and use a breakdown of the instrumentation. This sounds like some live instruments, and it sounds high budget. I was thinking Horizon Forbidden West, but there's enough kind of deserty flair in there that I think this might be Prince of Persia: The Lost Crown.
Are you sure you're not looking at my screen? You got it right.
I'm not looking at your screen.
Well done. This is Prince of Persia. And well, yeah, way to break it down. Prince of Persia has got some, kind of blockbuster type percussion and stuff, things you'd hear in movie trailers, but it's also got those instruments that we consider generically, Middle Eastern. Whether or not they are, it sounds like it. So,
well, and also just the use of like choirs. I mean, that's common in any big budget game, but like Gareth Coker is my favorite video game composer of all time. Really? And while I don't think his work on this game like eclipses his work on like Ori or even like Immortals Phoenix Rising or Mario and Rabbids, I mean, he has a certain cinematic flair to his tracks that you can kind of pick up on.
Yeah. Well, dang, that's 4 in a row. I think you've earned yourself a wild card. So no promises about anything about where this came from.
No context for this one. It's
no
just
context.
Track. Okay.
Yep.
Oh no.
You'll find that I choose very relaxing songs when given the option.
As you should.
Because I'm kind.
Yes, you are.
I want to lull you into a sense of inner peace.
Am I allowed to... I mean, this is video game music still, right?
It is.
Okay.
This is a level with us, after all.
Right. I mean, you said wild card, so I'm like, that means...
Yeah, anything.
Right? Something you composed with a recorder in the bathroom recently. Again, really lovely. I don't think I know what this is.
That's okay.
So it feels lower budget, comparatively, of course, than the last thing. And I hate to judge music based on budget, but like it is a factor to help narrow it down. I'm just gonna go off of games I know you like and ask, is this Wild Frost, the deck builder?
Good guess. No, it is not.
Okay.
I would be able to recognize any track from Wild Frost. I will tell you that much.
Just based on the amount of hours you played that game?
Yeah, and I mean, it has pretty iconic tracks in my mind. Here's just, I'll give you one last chance. That was a cover of the game. This is what it actually sounded like within the game itself.
What? Yeah, that's a downgrade. Is this
judgmental?
Is this, I don't know, I'm just gonna guess some random RPG. Is this Golden Sun?
Great guess, but no. This is RuneScape. This is old school RuneScape. The track specifically is the newbie melody. So it's the first thing that you hear when you play the game when you're on the tutorial island.
That's like the only thing I've ever played of RuneScape. But
Thus,
also I was
it is
in
on the
early
list.
elementary school, so
Whether or not it's fair, I really like the reorchestrated versions of these.
Oh,
It's called
yeah,
the Orchestral
for sure.
Collection. I'm a big fan. I wanted to showcase it.
is it a fan project or is it official?
I actually don't know. I think it's semi-official.
Cool.
But yeah. I also like that track has a trumpet solo and kind of a jaunty portion of it. So it's got some
Sure.
fun stuff. Okay, back to games that we have played together on the podcast.
Instantly recognizable. Don't know what it is.
I dare you not to bob your head.
Oh, I was bopping from 0-1 seconds into the song. Oh, is this Penny's Big Breakaway?
It is correct.
Okay, because I was gonna guess Sonic. Oh, here it is. Yeah, this is totally Penny. Again, probably my second favorite video game composer. T. Lopes makes bops that are they fit so well.
Yeah. Well done. Well done. Moving on from Bauhaus to another style.
I feel like I recognize the font, like the sound font, but I don't know what game would fit this. Is this Blossom Tales? Blossom Tales 2?
No, it is not. Good
Okay.
guess.
I don't remember what the soundtrack to that game was like, so
Do you want to give this another guess?
maybe. What is this? Little chip tune in my right ear.
I'll tell you, it's the shop theme, or one of the shop themes for this game.
Oh, is this like... This is a roguelike, right?
Yeah, I guess you could call it that.
Curse to Golf, right?
It is.
Oh,
Correct.
man. I completely forgot about that one.
By Mark Sparling,
By Mark Sparling, who I love.
another composer that we admire and appreciate.
Yeah, he definitely does like a mix of chiptune and other stuff in this. Yeah, I sadly could not get into that game. I think we were pretty positive about it on our show, but like I couldn't beat the first level. Like I just... part of
first
it was we
world,
had a pre-release code and it kept glitching on the boss.
I
So that
forgot
kinda
about
was
that.
Daunting, but also the game was just tough as nails. Like
It is.
it's
it
a
was
really cool
tough.
aesthetic. It's a really cool looking... I love the idea of the game, but I just... so hard.
Yeah. Well done. Well done getting that one. Moving on.
This is Tunic.
You got that.
But let's play,
quick.
let's play it out though. Let's let it play a little bit for the listeners. I don't think... I've tried listening to this at work and stuff, and it kind of works in the background, but, like, it's definitely less music I want to listen to and more inspiring in how it creates an ethereal atmosphere, if that makes sense.
Absolutely. It very much, I think it's a huge part of the game being the vibe it is, which is very ethereal, otherworldly, and mysterious, like
Yes.
when you play this game, you know that you're not just playing, an adventure game. You're like, oh, there's like some depth here. There's something about this world. At least that's my read on it. And I would love to work on a game like Tunic where it's so otherworldly, so firm in its placement of this unique world. I don't know. It sounds like I'm making up
I think
poetry.
mysterious is the right term for it,
Yeah,
for sure.
yeah.
And I really... I loved that aspect of playing through that game. It was just not knowing what's going on, what's up with this world. I still don't know. There's a lot that was kind of...
There's a lot to dig in.
Yeah, and it's vague, and I'm sure I could look up some wikis and understand better, but for what it is, I mean, this definitely contributed to how I felt while I played.
Right. Well, awesome. Next up.
You know, I don't have a clue, but I feel like I hear some like keys clacking in the background. So is this the Stanley Parable?
Correct.
There's like office ambience.
That's so funny.
Which is kinda hilarious.
I didn't even hear that. I didn't know that was in there, but you're listening closely. That's crazy.
Yeah,
it
like
is there. I hear it
and
now.
stuff.
Wow. That's funny. I didn't even realize that clue was in there. But this is from the Stanley Parable Ultra Deluxe. Or this track is actually called Main Theme for the Stanley Parable 2. So technically
Right,
from the sequel.
So I got it wrong.
Yeah, you got it wrong.
They had a lot of fun writing all those sequels and what is content
Exactly.
jokes. And that again, not a game I'll ever look up the soundtrack to, so it was a good pick.
Yeah.
But I played that game for the giggles, and boy did I giggle. That was really fun.
Yeah, it's an excellent experience. Next up. It's got that choir, Jared. Maybe it's Prince of Persia again.
Well, now it can't be because you said that. Yeah, it's got that kind of RPG flavor of like, this is important. But I don't think this is live instruments. Gosh, I don't know. Is this Elden Ring?
Is that your final guess?
Sure.
It is Elden Ring.
Okay.
This is the Erd Tree Nights is what the track is called.
How do you feel about Elden Ring these days, now that it's been a year or two since you've played it? What do you think of when you think of that game?
I'm happy I played it. I think that it never really was a game meant for me in a lot of ways. I think that just the difficulty of Souls-like games are beyond what I find fun. But it also has what Tunic and like Hollow Knight have, even though those are vastly different games, of this like environmental storytelling of like this deeper lore that doesn't really make sense. It's not really intuitive, but you really like the vibes of it. You're like, I like the feeling of the story they're trying to make here.
Yeah, no, totally.
But yeah, well done. I think that you've earned yourself another wild card.
All right.
No promises.
Balatro, locking it in right now.
Good guess, good guess. No, incorrect.
Well, hang on a second. Is this the guy who made Wii Sports music? Like, if Wii Sports covered... Yeah, this totally is. This is the artist you sent me that made, like, Wii bungee jumping and Wii curling? Is this Wii curling?
It is Wii curling.
I hear Jingle Bells, so...
You got it. This is the unofficial Wii Sports soundtrack. Imagining if, I would say everyone should look this up, by Gabriel Gundacker. And it's really fun. I actually played a game with some friends where we listened to these and they had to guess which imaginary sport it was for. I was shocked that they got like most of them. I was like,
really?
You can actually tell by listening to this that this is windsurfing? That's crazy.
That's insane.
Yeah, I guess it took him a couple guesses on some of them, but he's doing things that felt right to my friends. So, but this is curling, so you got that. Good job.
It is a fun exercise. There's not a lot of games where you could apply this type of exercise to it in this way. But if we could find another game that could be expanded in a similar way, where it's, new sports or I don't know, new gameplay modes. It's hard, but I love the idea of writing music for games that are part of a game that doesn't exist, right?
Right. And I love that it's more than just like taking the themes from the game and, changing it a little bit. It's making something completely original that just has the right vibe to fit.
Yeah, and he's using the right instruments too, right?
Yeah, that too.
Some of these are very Wii sounding.
Yeah. Okay, moving on. We have about 20 in total here, just so you know.
So we're halfway?
Yeah, we're about halfway.
This feels Pokemon-y. I'm thinking Legends Arceus, but I'm gonna give it a couple seconds. I mean, there's every chance that this could be one of the really obscure ones I don't remember, like Trifox. But I'm just gonna say Legends Arceus, because that's the first thing that came to my mind.
That's correct. This is Professor Laventon's theme.
Nice. Really like that game. Not a lot of Pokemon games that I can really get into these days, but I really got into that one.
Nice.
I think because it just gave me reasons to not have to do turn-based battling, Like I could just explore.
Yeah.
Just research.
Well done. Next up.
Ooh. It feels like a Mario game, but like with some weird vibes mixed in, which is a good description of WarioWare Get It Together.
This is the title theme of WarioWare Get It Together.
That was a fun game. I don't think, again, not something I really revisit, but it was like really, really fun that was an early one for us. Like that was like episode 3 or 4, I feel like. But I don't know. It was nice to, have a new Nintendo game we could split on and
yeah, for sure,
explore and try out. It was a good time.
Well done. See, I feel like I could have picked a more obscure track than the title theme, but
sure.
But this was my favorite of the ones I perused. I was like, I like the vibe of this one.
Sure.
A lot of these are just me, rather than picking the most difficult song from the thing, I'm picking one that I like. I'm like, oh, this is cool.
No, that's good. No, I like that process. I'm kind of similar. I'm like, this track is indicative of the game, but I just really like this one. I'm just going to include this one.
Yeah. Next up.
I don't know about like instrumentation or anything, but like the vibe I get is like Zelda, like a Zelda dungeon, but clearly not Zelda. Oh man, what is this? I'm just gonna say Blossom Tales. Like I really don't know.
Nope, it is not Blossom Tales. It is a mainline Nintendo game.
Oh really? Is this like a... We didn't cover Paper Mario on the show.
We did not. Well, actually, I could have done Paper Mario. We did an episode about it, but this is not Paper Mario.
We did do an episode about the original, but like this isn't from the original soundtrack, so I don't know, man. I gotta take the L. I don't know.
This is from Metroid Dread.
Oh, huh.
This is Kraid Phase 1.
Ah, gotcha.
Boss battle.
I think the soundtrack for that game is kind of a mixed bag. I think there's a couple really good vibey tracks like, I don't know, Darion or whatever it was called. But like,
sure.
But no excuses. I got it wrong. Love that game though.
Metroid Dread, I really enjoyed. I haven't thought about it much since then. Like, I feel like I've forgotten things about it, but I remember really enjoying it.
Might be worth the second playthrough. I mean, I loved Prince of Persia enough to want to go back to Metroid Dread and play it a third time. So. Good time. I love a good modern Metroidvania, if that makes sense.
Yeah, with some
it's
of
really
the
hard for me to go to the old ones.
some of the affordances, some of the nicer things of the newer ones make it
Yeah,
a little more
quality of
palatable.
life means a lot to me. Yeah, for sure.
Next one.
Ooh. This is like a detective theme of some kind. Did we cover any detective games? I guess we did Overboard. But I don't think this is that. And it's not like Obra Dinn. I don't think it's Case of the Golden Idol either. This is a good pick. I'm not sure yet. I have to keep talking until I figure it out.
I'll give you a hint on this one.
Yeah, give me a little hint.
It's not a detective game, and this is a game that you played with someone else that was not me.
Okay. Well, that leaves Hoko Life, Stray, Ooblets. What did we cover with Matthew Toronto? Oh, that was Kirby. I don't think this is Kirby. I don't know. Maybe this is a weird one from Ooblets. Let's say Ooblets.
Good guess,
Even though
but
it's wrong.
no, this is
Okay.
It Takes Two.
Oh, okay.
This is The Depths, and It Takes Two.
Okay. And I covered this with Mariah.
Yes, you at least played it with her,
okay.
which is what I said. You played it with her.
Yeah, right. No, you're right. Sorry, I was thinking on the show. Yeah. Okay, cool.
Okay. Well,
Yeah.
that was two that you did not get. You've been really successful, but let's shake things up with a wild card, get you back on your game.
I don't know if a wild card will put me back on my game, but
Yeah, we'll see.
let's give it a shot. Okay, this is very Joe Hisaishi. This is very Ghibli. Or Ghibli inspired. I'm waiting for something other than piano to come
You won't
in.
get it.
Okay.
I'll tell you this. This is not itself from a game. This is a mashup of two games. This is the melody from one and the instrumentation from another.
Well, the instrumentation is just piano, so like what, Minecraft?
No.
Is the music like, I don't know, Deltarune or something?
It is. I'm surprised you got that part first. The melody here is a common motif in Deltarune.
Yeah, da 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 da. I remember that from the trailer, yeah.
Yeah, but they are trying to evoke a game
Breath of the Wild?
Yes.
Like slowing it down, like, okay, like the Temple of Time kind of thing.
More like what you hear just in the overworld as you're walking around, the sparse piano.
Yeah, no,
Right.
that's Temple of Time is the same way. Like,
Sure.
It's the Temple of Time theme, but just in very, very small piano chunks.
Right.
That's a fun exercise. I kind of like that. Who's responsible for doing that?
This is posted by someone called Beethoven Music. This just has like 16,000 views, so it's not like super viral or anything. But I stumbled on it and I thought it was a fun thing. Fun exercise, like you said. But yeah, that was
Very fun.
Zelda Deltarune. Good job.
Zelda Rune.
Zeldarune. Back to level with us.
This kind of gives off Wii vibes too.
Uh-huh.
Ooh, I recognize it. It's kind of a shot in the dark, but I feel like, you know, in how this reminds me of Wii Sports, this kind of reminds me of like just sports games. So I'm going to say Soccer Story.
No, this is not Soccer Story.
Ooh, okay.
This is another Nintendo IP. This is a main franchise.
You're kidding. This is a Nintendo song?
Yep.
Is this Kirby? Is this Forgotten Land?
This is Kirby and the Forgotten Land, yes.
Okay, cool.
I was careful to pick a track that didn't have like the main melody in it because a lot of them do. So this one I did pick to be a little tricky.
But trading off from like the trumpet to the flute and stuff, but not be grand enough to be orchestrated, that kind of feels like Kirby.
Yeah. Yeah, I do think that's a good guess, but yeah.
Cool, good pick.
All right, next.
I know I've said this word a couple times this podcast, but this is vibey. I'm thinking neon white.
Yeah?
Is it neon white?
It is neon white.
Nice. Have you played this game?
Just a little bit. I think I'd like to sit down and really play through it. I think I'd enjoy it.
I think you'd like it, Marcus. I mean, it don't let the whole like, I don't know, speedrunner thing about the game like scare you off. Like the levels are so incredibly short and tiny. I think it's a good time, and I still stand by what I said on this show, which is that the story is actually is just fine. It is not cringy at well, okay, I won't say it's not cringy, but it's like it's anime-y, you know? It's like if you accept anime tropes, this game's fine. Like it's like trying to be edgy, like the kind of stuff I would have loved as a teenager. Like I loved Death Note as a teenager. This is the same thing. It's like heaven has been taken over and we were plucked from hell to clean up this mess. Like it's just fun. It's dumb, but like in a good way, you know?
Yeah. That's
like
the vibes I get from it for sure.
And also the voice cast is great.
Yeah.
Got Ian Jones Cordy and Pro ZD and
yeah.
Good stuff. Good music too. I think again, I don't know if I'd listen to it outside of the game, but it's fast tempo enough to make you want to keep going, keep trying.
You know, it reminds me of like the music of Paradise Killer, unfortunately, which I do not have on this list. But Paradise Killer, I've tried to listen to it outside of the game, and it's not really the music I like listening to. But in the game, it's an important part of how that game feels.
Absolutely. Like if someone asked me my favorite, genre of music, I would never in a million years say like Western cowboy music, but when I'm playing a cowboy game, I love it. Give me all the Western music. You know what I mean? It's an aesthetic.
Exactly. There's music that's like good and cool in its own right, like divorced from whatever else it's tied to. And then there's some music that's so outstanding for how well it connects to whatever it is.
I think that's a really smart thing you just said.
Oh, sure.
Good job.
No, good job.
Like,
say
seriously,
a smart
though,
thing. I like that.
I think people take that too. I think people will like listen to the new, like Echoes of Wisdom soundtrack or whatever and be like, it's just not as good as the rest of the Zelda series. And maybe that's true, maybe that's not, but like they're going off of like listening to it outside of the game, right? They're going like, is the melody as iconic as Ocarina, which we've listened to for 20 years, so of course we think it's amazing, right? Mm-hmm. And it is. I'm not downplaying that. But I think you're right in that there's something to be said about listening, how good a soundtrack is outside of the game it's in versus experiencing it while you play. And I think a lot of people really nail these composers really have a clear vision of what you need to feel as you play the game.
Yeah, absolutely. Another thing about soundtrack within, soundtrack without, that is something that we run into the way that people talk about music in The Rise of the Golden Idol, because a lot of people like the ones that have like really strong melodies, but I think that some of the tracks that work the best are the ones that are more atmospheric, because you're doing a lot of thinking, you're staying in one place listening to one music track for quite a while, so it's not always the coolest, strongest melodies that work the best in the game. So
sure. I mean, how many people put on horror music Like never. Like it's there to enhance the experience.
Right.
Or maybe, I don't know, maybe during your D&D campaign or something.
Right.
But again, for the same purpose, not for easy listening.
Yeah. Okay, next one. We just got just a few more.
Oh, I'm sad it's almost over.
Boom, 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 boom,
Weird, silly acapella. I'm gonna go ooblets.
This is not ooblets.
Really?
Nope.
What the heck?
What adjectives would you use to describe this?
Weird.
Weird is good, yes. I would use words like imaginative,
Yeah.
playful.
Yeah. What the heck is this?
This is the first track, the main theme of this game, I'm pretty sure.
What? What game did we play? I mean, I vaguely recognize it, but I don't know what this is. I really don't know. This isn't one we've already covered, right? Like, this isn't Wander Stop? Well, no,
Nope.
Obviously this is not the main theme of Wander Stop.
This is a point-and-click game.
Oh. There are certainly a lot of weird, absurdist point-and-clicks that
Yes.
scare me, and I probably will never play.
Well, it's not one that scares you because you did play it.
I don't know what this is. Is this Case of the Golden Idol?
This is Lost in Play.
Lost
Do you
in
remember
Play.
that one?
Oh,
Is that one gone from your memory?
I remember that one. It completely gone. Yeah, but this was your game of the year. I remember that.
Was
you
it
picked
really?
this
That's
game.
crazy. I said
It
that.
was. Isn't that weird?
Um,
It was a good game. It had some good puzzles in it.
Yeah, I do not remember saying it was my game of the year, but I believe you. It's fun.
Apart from
it's
the
good.
fart jokes, I thought it was very well done. Like
Right.
very good vibe, cozy vibes, and.
I mean, kind
fun
of
and
almost Gravity Falls
imaginative and
vibes
weird.
as well in terms of animation.
I mean
Yeah.
yes, which is clearly intentional, right? They cited that as an inspiration for the game, but I mean, it holds up. Like the animations are good, and yeah, no, that was a fun game to cover for sure.
I'll give you one more from a game we covered, and then one more wild card, and we're out of here.
All right. Oh, just gonna let it play out for a minute. Yeah. Wavetail is a really special soundtrack to me. Like, I have revisited it a lot. Specifically on like hard days at work, believe it or not. There's something really soothing to me about the really breathy brass
Mm-hmm.
in it. And yeah, shout out to the composer Joel Bill. Apologies, I don't know how to pronounce it, but really, really incredible. Partially melancholic, partially kind of soothing. Really, really love the soundtrack to Wavetail. Like it more than the game itself, which I liked the game, but the soundtrack's really special. So great pick.
Yeah, thank you. Happy that you've revisited it. Another soundtrack to definitely revisit.
100%.
Well, Jared, this has been a wonderful time. It's fun to reflect on the past as we go through here. Here's one more memory to bring up before we send it home.
This is a 5-star game. This is a masterpiece, masterclass in game design.
Of all the games we've reviewed, there's one that stands above them all. I guess we haven't reviewed this one.
I reviewed it.
You reviewed it. That's
I
right.
gave it a perfect score. This game saved my life.
This game saved my marriage.
It saved my marriage. It saved my goldfish. This is M&M Kart Racing.
This is M&M's Kart Racing on the Wii. If you haven't listened to Jared's review, mock video essay about M&M kart racing. Do yourself a favor and look that up.
I don't know if it's worth watching. It's a pretty cringy video in and of itself, but I was really sick of all the videos talking about how a game is a genius and how
the hidden
it,
genius of M&M kart
yeah,
racing.
I mean, I just gushed about Wavetail's soundtrack and how it was special to me. That's really what other people do too. Sometimes they do it with such gravitas and bravado that it made me want to do it about a game no one cares about. So,
and no one should care about, to be clear.
Yeah, right. No, good pick. Great way to cap it off, for sure.
But you did very well. There were, of the ones you got, there were several that you got right away. Several you thought your way into it. Those are the ones that impressed me when you've picked up on clues. I love to see it.
See, that's what I experience when I hit you with a random Name That Tune every year. It's like watching you solve an equation that's floating above your head.
Sure.
Yeah, no, good stuff. This was so fun. And it's really fun to revisit and be like, oh yeah, we did cover that game, or oh, this is how I feel about it now.
Our rich history. Oh yeah. Some opinions have changed.
Reflection.
Some we just need to be reminded of.
For sure. Thank you for preparing that.
Of course.
And thank you, listeners, for joining us. So I before we wrap things up, let's talk about, will this show continue? The hard question, because obviously we've not posted in a while. I may or may not be having another baby very soon.
Congratulations.
And so thank you. There are some things, I hate to say this, there are some things in life that are
don't say. Oh no.
more important than playing and talking about video games. I know. I shouldn't say that. This is a passion of mine. I really love doing this. So I will say the short answer is, while I would love to keep doing this forever, it's just not feasible with the things happening in your career, Marcus, the things happening in my career and my family. It won't be possible for us to make this a regular show anymore. But with that being said, I would not call the show dead, because if you're down for it, Marcus, I would love to keep our tradition of getting together at the end of the year and just talking about some of the games we played, picking our top 5 again, maybe doing a Name That Tune, and just kind of have it be every now and then. And also, I think we need to bring Dearest Herschel back on when the new Professor Layton game comes out.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah.
I think we owe it to ourselves to interview him and ask him, a resident Layton expert, what he thinks of the game.
Right.
Let's do this now and then, but I think for now we can call this 100th episode a nice little
capstone.
Yeah. A good way to end a really good run of some really, really fun podcasts with you. And that's how I've always viewed this, is just a chance to hang out with you,
Yeah, absolutely. Same here.
And, for people who can't get enough of your voice, they should listen to Aurelius Whitlock's Murder Museum, which is continuing as we speak.
Sure. Yeah, and we'll have to get you on that one more often. Maybe we can review some video games on that podcast.
I feel very satisfied with what we've done. So
yeah, me too.
Thanks again.
Congratulations to us. Thank you to the listeners. We've
Go
had
us.
a great time. We've leveled.
Level with us. We've leveled. What do we change
level
the name
with
of
us,
the show
we have
now?
leveled. Look back on your progress with us.
Leveled.
Leveled with us.
This show is now leveled.
We've leveled out.
We've maxed out the skill tree. Yeah. For now, I think this is farewell. So thank you once again. And until next time, let's have you say it, Marcus. Until next time.
Until next time. I said it. How's that?
We'll level with you then.
That's what you wanted me. We can take it one more time.
Yeah, okay, go ahead. Until next time.
We'll level with you then.
Oh my gosh, he said the words.